Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I think I might have told you guys in yesterday's vlog, but me and my mom had an errand we had to run yesterday, and today we had another errand that we had to run early in the morning, which it wasn't like super early in the morning. It was just I knew I had to be up early, but I woke up at 6 o'clock. I didn't need to be up until about 8. And so I tried to go to bed at about midnight last night. I didn't fall asleep until like 1 o'clock or later, I think. So I only ended up with like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, something like that. So I am really tired. However, on our way back, we ended up getting McDonald's though, and I got one of their McCafe, their frappes, and I was like wide awake. And then all of a sudden, I was literally sitting at my desk, and I was like, I probably need to edit real quick. So I edited. While I was sitting there, I was literally like dozing off. I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. So I need to go and quick get in the shower and get to bed because clearly I am tired. But I think it just hit me, like I was still like buzzed from like the coffee, like, you know, and then all of a sudden it was just like the caffeine has completely worn off and I am now tired. But yeah, I'm going to go and get to bed. Me and my dad also though had to run an errand in the afternoon today also. So I've been all over the place in the last 2 days and running errands and that kind of stuff. But I guess some good news, guys. Some good news and maybe a little bit of bad news. Today and tomorrow. Today was like raining for most of the day. Tomorrow is supposed to be kind of warm. Then I think it's supposed to get a little bit cooler. And I want to say by either by Thursday, I think, which sounds right. Thursday or Friday or something like that. Or next week on Tuesday, maybe. I don't remember. I think it's the end of this week though. It's supposed to snow, which is not very good. But by next week, which I think it's next Tuesday, it looks like it's supposed to be like 76 degrees or something like that. I was like, oh my goodness, I am so excited for that. It's supposed to be like high 60s, which I am definitely looking forward to. I think there's 2 days though. Another day is supposed to be like mid 60s, I think, or something like that, or maybe low 60s, but like 60s is still 60s. I would take 50s right now. Actually, I think it's kind of been like a little bit, and it hasn't been actually that bad, like, because we haven't really had that much wind or anything like that, but like today was crummy because it was raining. But I also heard that the pressure, like the barometric pressure, whatever it is, I think that's what it is, was like because of the storm that we're getting tonight, like over into tomorrow, is the pressure supposed to be like really low, I think. And it's supposed to be like really bad. Like we've never, I don't think have ever, like it'll be the lowest or highest, whichever it is, which like I said, I think is low, like recorded for like this time of like the year, like this month or something like that, you know, like this specific date will have the lowest like pressure, which like I said, I think it was low pressure, which from what I was reading was like people that have like migraines or like joints, you know, like stiffness, like that kind of stuff, it can be a lot worse because of that. And again too, it's not something that I guess normally happens all that often, or at least whatever the pressure is supposed to be will be the most, you know, like either highest or lowest or whatever for like this time of year, which, you know, I guess is kind of interesting that, like, you know, like that you know, I don't know how much, like, because I know that again too, like the pressure systems, they bring with them like certain weather a lot of times, which is probably what this like storm system that we got today for the most part was. It didn't really storm, it wasn't like thunderstorming or lightning and like, you know, that windy. It was a little windy, but again too, it wasn't that bad. But again, it's supposed to, you know, I think it's supposed to like also cool it down possibly. And then like tomorrow is supposed to still be kind of warm. And then like I said, I think it's Thursday that's supposed to be like really pretty cold and supposed to snow. And then it's supposed to like go back up, I think, for the most part. And then by like next week, I think, like I said, either maybe Tuesday or Thursday, something like that, is supposed to be in like this 60s, I think, or something, like close to 70s. So that is really nice. I will be looking forward to that weather. But maybe we might even grill that day. Like whenever there's a nice day out, I always want to take full advantage of grilling, because I was like, we've got like frozen hamburgers and frozen brats in the freezer. Like, so if we can, I will take, like I said, full advantage and we will grill. But you know, even just so long as like the weather is somewhat nice out. And the thing is too, is that like the days are getting longer. So like when my dad gets home from work, he can grill at like 4 o'clock, and then we can eat by 5 o'clock, and the sun still hasn't set by that point. Like sometimes it's bad when like if we get like a warm day in like February, you know, where it's like 50, 60, something like that. Like we've had those days, you know, and like over the last few years, like we'll get like a random day in February. It always seems like it happens. There'll be like a random day in February where it ends up being like 60 degrees or something like that. But the problem is that it's like dark by like 4 o'clock, you know, 5 o'clock, whatever. So it's like my dad, again too, he gets home from work, like then he doesn't have enough time to like even grill. So before it's like pitch black outside. So, you know, like I said, that would be a little bit nicer, so that we can kind of, you know, like actually enjoy, like, I guess the grilling time and stuff like that. Because, again, I will grill anytime throughout the year, and my dad, like, you know, he is normally the one that grills. He is happy to grill whenever, just, again, too, so long as it's, you know, even if it's cold outside and stuff like that, and even if it's gonna be dark out when he's grilling, he will still grill anytime. Obviously, we try and time it better for, like, when we do have nice weather. Like if it is like, oh, this weekend's supposed to be like at least in the 50s or something like that, you know, we'll maybe try and do that. But you know, again, normally we cook, like it'll be like one day during the week that we do, and it's tough when, you know, like I said, he's getting home from work at like 3 o'clock, it's like dark by 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or something like that. But I am really looking forward to that warm weather. That will be something that is very, very nice for you know, just like finally feeling like we have not spring weather, because you know that's like even kind of warm for spring weather, but like that'll give you a little taste of like summer and like, you know, late spring kind of. So I am excited and looking forward to that, and you know, some nice weather, not the snow that we're supposed to get, but I'm looking forward to the warm weather that we're supposed to get. But like I said, I'm going to take a shower and get to bed, so I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.